That's pretty much the whole video, what you're seeing here. Just digging soil out, putting it in the dumper, moving it down the hill. Plus quite a lot of manual action to get stones out of the soil, because we want to keep the stones. Changing to the digging bucket because this ground is original geology and it's quite solid, too solid to dig with the grading bucket. But the grading bucket's nice for loading because you can lift it up higher and further out because of the geometry of the bucket. Also holds more than this particular bucket that I'm digging with. So this big hole will go right down to ground level and it will have a metre clearance around it for the construction of the plant room. The plant room will be constructed using ICF method and picking up a few rocks. Another rock. Where we're digging the side to the right hand side of the screen, my left as I'm driving, we're trying to be very gentle with that edge so we don't sort of fracture the soil. So we're only digging downwards, not right on the very edge, not digging upwards because that tends to make cracks into the bit that's remaining. This is a truly big hole. I think I calculated that there's over 100 cubic meters of soil being dug out of here. So by the time it's expanded, it's significantly more than 100 cubic meters that we need to find some place for. Surprisingly variable, this soil. It's got some parts which are almost pure sand, some that are almost pure rock, and small bits that are almost pure clay, surprisingly. All of that rock on behind the digger down the slope is all come from this site. It's all stuff that we've reclaimed. I quite like throwing rocks with my claw. I don't like throwing them by hand so much. Picking up rocks here. Just trying to sort them with the bucket teeth. That was lunch. Speed it up. Doing this sort of work, it's fun to try and see how you can be most efficient so you don't move any more than you have to with your hydraulics. So you tip it out and then you come back to an ideal digging position without using any more movement of any of the hydraulic parts than absolutely necessary. It's probably the fastest way of working if you get it right, but you've got to do it at a reasonable speed. Sort of avoiding curling the bucket out to dump the load and curling it back in as you're travelling back to dig more and then having to curl it back out again before you can dig. That's the sort of thing. Can't always do it, of course. Curling the bucket in makes it take up less space, and sometimes that's the main thing. making steps so I can climb down and have a look. Always a lot of handwork with these rocks. Some of them are too big. That soil there looks a bit topsoily, so I'm just going to scrape it out and replace it with some of this subsoil, which looks as if it'd probably be better structurally for holding an edge and not causing trouble. But what do I know? Here I'm getting some soil and I'm compacting it in very small layers on this edge. Decided we weren't quite wide enough here, so I'm compacting it with the bucket on a ledge. It's difficult to see from the video, but that's what's going on here. Just pushing it down in thin layers so it's well compacted on the edge. So this is a section through the soil. You can see those different layers. I'm having to take two scrapes in some cases there, one to loosen it up and the second one to get a bit more material in the bucket, because it's hard